Why, hello. It is another one of these fantastic math lessons. Today we're doing 3.2. 3.2 is about, what is 3.2 about? Oh no, it's about solving an equation by graphing it. This is going to be a short video, I'm going to tell you right now, guys. So, we have in the past solved equations like this by just doing it by hand. Like I could tell you right now, I could subtract 1 on both sides and get negative 6. Divide by negative 2, and the answer is 3. I know the answer is 3. Right there, right? Now, I have two things to show you. Number one, you're supposed to do it by graphing. So let me show you what you're supposed to do by graphing. And this is no small amount of work. I ain't going to lie to you. So first, let me clear what I got here. First, you're actually supposed to do a little work by hand. So let me write this down. So, you do it by hand or whatever. Now this is different. You want to move it all to one side. I do not want to get x by itself. That's usually the goal. I want to move things away from x. Here I'm actually going to add 5, which moves stuff towards x, which doesn't sound like a very good idea, but it's how we graph this. Now what our goal was is to get all of one side clear, so it equals 0, and we have that. So now it looks like this on one side. I'm not concerning myself with the equals 0 side. I do want to graph what's left though. So negative 2x plus 6. So on my decimals I go negative 2x plus 6. I make my graph in normal zoom. Ta-da! A graph. This is what we're about to graph on our assignment. We're gonna put the y-intercept, the x-intercept, and then connect them. So the y-intercept was 6, x-intercept was 3, connected. See? We graphed it. And then it says, what's the solution? Now make sure you are aware of this. The solution to a linear equation that you have graphed is always the x-intercept. So right here where it crossed at 3, that was the answer. So let's recap those steps real quick. So step 1 was I did a little work off on the page here. I moved everything in the equation to one side. Like not two separate sides, not x by itself. I moved everything towards x actually. And then I graphed what it was. And by doing that it made this diagonal line. And it crossed the x-axis at 3. And that's what the answer was. The end. It's not a lot of work. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If you type this stuff in here, it makes a vertical line. I told a lot of classes today that a vertical line was not going to be acceptable on Alex. And somebody in my very last class of the day said, no, it works. And I'm like, you can't be serious. And they were like, no, it works. Do a vertical line. And I tested it, and I'll be darned. A vertical line actually works here. So if you do want to do it like that and just type in literally what it is, and you click on 3 and make a vertical line, and the answer here is 3, I mean, that works. I'm going to hit check now, and you're going to see it works. This is insanely easy. Yes, this is the freest points of the whole year. And so that is why I'm going to use that method on the rest of these problems. Negative 3x plus 7 equals negative 2. Okay, this is so stupid. This is not even helpful. Every answer I've had is 3. I mean, the answer's not going to be 3 this much. I mean, maybe. Probably you're going to get 3 somewhere. Okay, surely. Guys, if one of the next two problems has an answer of 3, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Alright, good news. This one's not 3 from first glance. That's what it seems like to me. I'm just kidding. It was 3. Like, what did you expect it was going to be? Oh my gosh, this is so dumb. So making a vertical line is acceptable, okay? Now, if you did move this all to one side, I'm just going to show you this for funsies. If you move it all to one side, you would have gotten 6 minus 2x, and you'll notice it makes the diagonal line I showed you on the first problem, and indeed, it still crosses the x-axis at the same point. So you could graph the diagonal one or the vertical one. Like on this problem, let me go back. I'm going to delete this line like a crazy guy. If I just graph it like the first one, just like this, that still works too. So the vertical line or this other line both work, apparently. So it's completely up to you. I think the first thing I showed you is obviously extra work, and you're probably not into that. Alright guys, I got good news. The answer here is totally not going to be 3. Just kidding, it's 3 again. That was nice. This is nice. Alright, I'm drawing a vertical line here. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Every single problem had an answer of 3. Like, are you kidding me? Hold on, let's go through it. 3. Hold on. 3. You'll notice I switched to vertical line there. 3. This one I said, you know what, let's get fancy and go back to diagonal line. 3. And then the last one, of course, was 3. Now, I hope your assignment goes a little bit differently. You'll notice 3 is kind of popular. You know, I'd be willing to bet that out of 5 problems, you probably got 3. I wonder what percent of students didn't get 3. I'm going to tell you right now, though, that's how easy the assignment is. Like, I'm telling you, any equation that's linear with a single variable could be graphed and solved. Like, even if it was more complicated, 4x minus 2x plus 5 equals 1. 2. Okay, perfect. If you graph something that complicated, it still gives you the solution, and you could do it like that. Like, that's perfectly acceptable way to solve problems, and that's what we did in Chapter 2. Now, I, of course, in Chapter 2 showed you that you want to solve this by hand, by distributing, combining like terms, blah, blah, blah. That's important. You need to know how to manipulate an equation. But also, you could graph it to get those solutions from now on as well. So, or at least check your work, let's say. All right, that's it. That was a great lesson. 6 minutes now. Good. That's going to be a great video. All right. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next assignment.